Hello everybody, welcome to the live stream. We are officially live and we are going to be talking and taking a look about Luna Classic, Terra Luna Classic. This is the original coin on the old chain. So I want to remind everybody that the Terra Luna ecosystem basically split into two different coins for anybody who's not aware of that. So we now have Luna Classic, which, like I said, this is the old coin. This is not managed by Do Kwon anymore. This is community owned. And then we have the new coin, right? Which I'm not a big fan of, actually. I much prefer the old coin, Terra Luna Classic. But we have the new coin, that's Luna. So they're calling just Terra and then ticker Luna. The old coin, the one that's seeing most of the hype right now, actually pretty much all of the hype, is Terra Luna Classic, ticker LUNC, LUNC. And right now, let me tell you, the price performance has been absolutely amazing. Probably a lot of hope brought back into the Terra Luna community after this. Now, of course, you need to be careful when you see a price pump this big of is it sustainable. So I'm going to be talking about that in this video, talking about that is this such a big price pump like this actually sustainable. In the last 7 days we saw 133% pump on Terra Luna Classic, by far making it the biggest performer in the last 7 days. And guess what comes in at second place? Terra Classic USD. This is the old UST stablecoin that everybody knows. So right now, this coin, which should be at $1, is currently trading at 4 cents and a half almost. Its market cap is at $420 million, and the market cap of Terra Luna Classic is $3.7 billion. And by the way, let me just tell you that this is actually a very, very good thing. The fact that the market cap of UST is significantly below Luna Classic is very important. In fact, that was one of the problems that was causing us to not be able to regain parity, meaning 1-to-1 ratio with the US dollar on the UST stablecoin, is because the market cap of UST during the crash was basically outpacing Luna Classic, okay? And based on how the tokenomics work behind that, that could not be sustainable. So we had to flush everything out, which is kind of what happened. And that's why we're kind of expecting, you know, a little bit more hopefulness now, right? Because we flushed everything out, and now the idea is that we can kind of build back anew, okay? And some of the things that I like about this is Luna Classic is community led, so this is a huge difference compared to before. Do Kwon is not involving himself with Terra Classic anymore. He's maybe doing some stuff with Luna. I don't even know what he's doing, to be honest. I think Do Kwon is very bad for Luna overall, in my opinion. And look at that. I think the market is seeing the same thing, because now Luna Classic is worth 12 times more than when Do Kwon led Terra Luna, right? So compared to the drop here, we're already seeing a 12x gain since it's been community led. And of course, I want to remind everybody to be careful in the case of pump and dumps. You know, we have this often in crypto. We see some manipulation, and there may have been part of that in Luna Classic. I personally always thought that Luna Classic was going to see some type of recovery. Now, I'm not saying that Luna Classic is going to fully return to its previous glory, or that the UST stablecoin is going to go back 1-to-1. That is too early as of right now to make those calls. However, you know, like I said in my previous video a few days ago, you know, I have been keeping you all updated with this, so make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. We're at 15 live viewers, which is amazing. I want to see all your comments. Talk about what you think is going to happen next with Luna Classic. Let me know down in the comment section below, and subscribe if you haven't already. But a few days ago I made a video talking about this, and I said that Luna Classic on this pump, its UST stablecoin, can easily reach 9 cents again before seeing some type of pullback, okay? And you can see that actually a while back we did get a pump there, and we basically hit that 9 cent level. That looks like it may be coming again. In fact, we could actually blow past that and make a run for a retest of 15 to 20 cents. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm seeing happening next. So I still think we could get basically a full-blown 4x from the current price level, which is a huge pump. Okay, I mean, we can go and take a look at the UST stablecoin, which is still very, very important for Luna Classic. because a lot of people, you know, like it. A lot of people kind of want this to return to its previous glory. And basically, what I was saying with this is, if we look at the price of the UST stablecoin, this has now bounced already 100% basically from its pullback level. Okay, now like I said, yes, we have bounced 100% on the stablecoin, but I just told you that I think we could be going back to 15 cents to $20. So I don't think this is the end for the stablecoin. In fact, if you look at the price movement here, okay, some people might call this a dead cat bounce. I personally don't think so. We're seeing the volume come back in. Yes, we do have a little bit of a big wick there, which would be the only sign of concern based on the technicals, but it's not as big of a wick as over here, right? We haven't seen that full-blown blow off top yet. That's why I think we could still head higher towards 15 cents on this. Now, going back to Luna Classic and its token, so I just told you that from the bottom there, UST bounced about 100% from its pullback level. Now we're going to directly compare this to Luna Classic, and guess what you're going to see? From its pullback level, it's now up as of right now live over 500%, and at the very peak we were up today 569%. So crazy price moves there. Now, one thing that I want to mention is that in this whole proceeding and development of Luna Classic, UST, how things are moving forward, okay, any price pumps are going to be stronger for Luna Classic. That's because it's the token of the chain, right? Luna Classic is not capped in terms of price like UST stablecoin is. That's why we saw Luna token at $100 in the past, and UST was at $1. Okay, so it's always priced higher. The price moves are going to be higher. With that being said, it's also going to be more volatile. Okay, so both to the upside and the downside. So we're kind of seeing how that's playing out now, and we're now going to take a look at some further little news pieces here in just a second. So I want to go ahead and cover some news pieces here and talk about what's going on, because there's a lot of interesting stuff in terms of the actual news side of things that I think is quite bullish for Luna Classic. Okay, so a lot of the bullish momentum, the bullish news, has to do with Terra LUNA Classic new supply burn implementation. Okay, so basically, in an attempt to revive the Terra blockchain, which is really what the main community of Terra LUNA Classic is trying to do, and by all means I'm all for it, right? If people can recover the money they lost with Terra LUNA, that's amazing. So hopefully, we do see UST return to $1 and Luna Classic back to its previous glory. If that's possible, we will see what happens, because I do think we're going to see more volatility. The Ethereum Classic merge could also affect this quite a bit, in my opinion. If the market turns very bearish again, this could pull back quite a bit after such a big price pump. With that being said, the price pump right now is continuing, and until we start to see a true sign of the bullish momentum exhausting, then you need to be very careful trying to call a top on this, okay? Because this just keeps on ripping. I really thought the top was already put in once we reached 0.0004, and now look at where we are. Okay, the high today was actually as high as 0.0059, I believe. So make sure to let me know down in the comments below what you think of this. Okay, I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear the community's opinion on what you all think is going to happen with Luna Classic. Is this just a one big pump and dump, and we're going to come right back down to where we were? Let me know if you think that's the case. Do you think that, yes, we're going to get a pullback, but we're going to potentially even go higher in the future? That's kind of where I'm leaning. Okay, I do think that, after such a big price pump, we're going to see a pullback at some point. In fact, the price could pull back very sharply here. We could easily drop 42%. We could even drop 70% here, and that would still be a normal pullback considering the pump we have just seen. With that being said, like I said, for now we're still pumping, and also, right now we do actually have for once in several months here bullish signs starting to come back in for Luna. Okay, we have an actual uptrend that's been put in, so we'll see. Now I'll extend this. We'll see if we do get a pullback in the next few weeks. You know, are we going to lose this uptrend, or are we going to continue to hold it? If we continue to hold it, things will be looking good for, even if we do get a big pullback, like a 50% pullback or so, that we can then continue to recover thereafter. So hopefully that's what happens. Now, taking a look a little bit more at what is going on with Luna Classic and its supply burn implementation, right? That's the proposal that was approved by the community, by community vote, to destroy 1.2% of every transaction to reduce the supply. Now, this is really interesting. First off, I think the amount of 1.2% is pretty fair. You know, they obviously want to put it as high as possible, but they don't want to destroy transactions altogether. This has been a strategy that's been used by several other successful coins in the past. SafeMoon, actually, funny enough, had a very high transaction burn fee, and that caused a huge pump for SafeMoon back in the day. Of course, that didn't last, right? Because you need more than just something like this for the blockchain to stay alive. The good thing with Terra Luna is that it does still have applications, it does still have users, and of course it's very, very known. Okay, the reach of Terra Luna Classic, even now in its more limbo state than before, is still very big. You know, it has millions of followers. Pretty much everyone knows Luna now. So 1.2%, by the way, I think is actually pretty sustainable. Now, I do recommend that in the future they would slowly reduce this, and maybe even eventually just remove this entirely once the supply really gets reduced. But for now, right, 1.2% I think is high enough to see a strong burn, but also not enough to disincentivize transactions altogether. Okay, and let me tell you, while the price is skyrocketing like this, right, people are getting back into Terra Luna Classic, they're using the blockchain. This is when the burn goes absolutely crazy, and they're really burning a lot of the supply. Okay, so you can take a look at this live right here. Okay, so that's the estimated circulating supply, and you can, you know, track this with what's going on. Sorry, I'm looking at UST here. You can see this over here, the circulating supply, and that's what we're going to be looking at, slowly getting reduced over the next few weeks and months, right? This is not something that's going to be done in a day. It's going to take time, but the community has been doing proposals which have factually been working already. Okay, some people don't like this type of proposal because you know, it's basically a tax that's automatically taken once you send a transaction. The tokens are then burned, right? It's not going into someone's pockets, it's just being burned. So it's reducing the supply of tokens, which is really what Luna Classic needs right now, right? If you want to get back to those previous levels of cents and dollars, you need to burn the supply. Otherwise, we can't get there, right? Because our market cap is already at $3.7 billion. Okay, so you need to reduce the supply to get back to those actual dollar price levels. That is like, there's no other way around it, basically. So hopefully that makes sense to all of you. If you have any questions, definitely let me know in the comments down below. We're going to continue talking about this, continuing covering this also in the future as well. So subscribe if you haven't already. Now, I'm going to be looking at some of your comments here. We have Stacking9M, who says, whenever the overall market tanks, the worst, scamiest projects always pumping up the most. Just the usual for crypto. So he's kind of not really believing this whole Luna Classic thing. I do understand the skepticism. The thing is, you know, yes, is the extent of the pump maybe overdone a bit? Possibly, right? We can only know based on how much the blockchain is recovering. But the thing here, right, I talked about, for example, Voyager and even Celsius that saw very big price bumps. They didn't actually have any fundamental news that was bullish behind them. With Luna Classic, we see that the community is taking hold of the blockchain, right, is now being able to submit proposals that are being accepted, that are passing through, and applying their new burn mechanism. Okay, so that's literally already reduced the supply, and it's also caused a lot of bullishness for Terra Luna Classic. I want you all to directly compare that to Terra Luna. Okay, so the comment there by Stacking, the thing is, like I said, I understand the skepticism, and what he's saying is true, right? There's a lot of projects that get kind of victimized of pump and dumps during bear markets because there's lower volume. The thing is, the volume is not low right now on Terra LUNA Classic, right? We're literally at $3.5 billion, which is, I think, as much as it used to have kind of back in the day. Look at that compared to the new chain, right? That is kind of being run by Do Kwon and the previous people involved. And you can see that in comparison, okay, this crypto, the new Luna, is not seeing this bullish momentum. And why is that? It's because the community is not seeing any type of fundamental bullish news to back it. That's very, very different from Terra LUNA Classic, like I've been talking about. So we can see here, Jed Barnes, Binance taxes deposit / withdrawal, but does it tax spot trading? I believe that the answer to that is no, but I'm not 100% sure. So definitely, if someone knows the actual answer to that, let us know in the comments down below. For sure, for deposits and withdrawals, that happens automatically on the blockchain. As far as you know, that spot trading, I don't think that's the case, but if anybody knows the 100% certain answer, let us know in the comments down below. I'll make sure to mention you here, so we can get an answer for Jed Barnes here. We have Stacking saying that, you know, he really does not like Terra LUNA Classic. I'm not biased in any way. You know, I used to have a few $100 of Terra back in the day. I bought it very low, and I basically probably bought it at around $20, and you know, I held it through the whole thing, right? So I only put like $100 in at $20. I think that became around $400 or $500 once it was around $100, and then it fell literally back to cents with the crash, right? And I didn't buy a bunch of Terra LUNA Classic or anything like that. I don't even think I hold any Terra LUNA Classic, so I'm not being biased by saying this, right? I missed out on this entire price pump by all means. And in fact, you know, it could be a smart idea to own some of this just in case one day it does make a bit more of a recovery. Same thing can be said for UST here. No point in looking at this this new Terra coin. Nothing going on with it, but UST, you know, same thing, right? If you're thinking this can make even a partial recovery to 20 cents, 50 cents, it could be a smart move to accumulate some of this in hopes for that, right? That's not financial advice. I'm not even saying I'm going to do that myself, but you need to realize when you're seeing potentially easy double / 4x price pump ahead, that could even be more in the future, right? If we end up testing 40-50 cents down the line, then yes, that's going to be a huge price gain. And this is on a, so to say, stable coin, right? And what I mean by that is yes, we are not at parity, right? This is of course a failed stable coin. I don't want anyone to get this twisted. UST as of right now is a failed stablecoin. The difference is it's being priced a lot different than its counterpart Terra LUNA Classic. Like I said, Luna Classic is going to be the coin for extremes. We're literally pumping higher as we speak. We've already gotten a massive price pump, okay? And that is all logical based on what this token is, okay? This is the token of the Luna blockchain, the Luna Classic blockchain. And what that means is that it's going to be priced in a much more aggressive manner, whereas Terra LUNA Classic is being priced much more slowly, but also much more safely, okay? So if we look at the actual price action there behind UST, you can see that its drops tend to be a little bit more tame as well. Now, of course, this is a very big drop, right? But still, there's some type of stability here. You can see that, in fact, the uptrend for UST is a little bit steeper, okay, than Luna Classic. And like I said, that is not random, okay? So this is because Luna Classic really went back low towards its lows, and UST did not do that. Like I said, they're being priced a little bit differently. They're also being priced in the same way, where any bullish momentum with Luna Classic is going to create momentum for UST, and they kind of bounce off each other. So that is sort of one of the beneficial things about this, okay? And that is, of course, great for any holders of these tokens. Now, I want to keep up with some of the comments. Like I said, I will be answering any of your questions about this, so make sure to leave your comments down in the comment section below during this live stream. This is what I'm here for, and we're going to cover some more news pieces, etc. So the video is not done yet, so make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. we're looking at Jed Barnes, and he's saying that he just think Binance backed out. I did buy quite a lot thinking they would burn on spot trading. Hopefully the other exchanges do burn on spot trading. So it seems like there may have been some type of plan by Binance to burn some of the trading fees for Luna Classic. I believe I may have seen something about that myself. I guess that was not fully implemented though, based on what we're seeing. But like I said, if anybody knows more specific information about that, please let us know. That would be amazing. Luna Classic up 1,000% now since June. So I just want to run through some of these news articles here. I didn't open all of them before this video because I wanted to make sure to get this out for you soon while everything is still fresh right now. So we're going to be looking at any interesting news pieces here. We can see that stacking 9M just thinks that this is basically going to crash back very quickly. And like I said, right, the opportunity for a very strong pullback is there. Okay, this can fall instantly pretty much down to 43 cents, even 70 cents. The thing that I'm saying, okay, is even if we do get this pullback, which would be considered normal after such a big price pump, right? Maybe we would only pull back to this, sorry, I'm saying 42 cents. I'm pricing out these extra 00 digits because it gets really confusing otherwise. But basically, right, even if we do get this more smaller 50% pullback, right, towards 0.0003, okay, if that happens, that doesn't mean that this is just the end of Luna Classic and that it's going back in the bin, okay, because now the community has actually begun sort of building back, you know, rising back up from the ashes. Of course, we don't know if that's fully going to succeed. There's surely going to be a lot of ups and downs ahead. There's going to be pullbacks and pumps, both of which you should be very careful of, okay, because you can get caught in these on the wrong side, or potentially, you know, hold on one of these pumps when you should have maybe sold and then lose out on a lot of gains. So it's going to be very messy. It's still going to be volatile, right? But as long as we're seeing over time, you know, a continuation of these moves higher, holding the uptrend line and continuously seeing every now and then price pumps higher, then by all means we're recovering the blockchain, right? And it may never become what it used to be. It could also, you know, I would say a point where Terra LUNA Classic would be considered back to its previous glory is if UST is able to get back to $1, right? I think that's going to be very hard. I think at the most right now in the next year, I think maybe we would reach 50 cents based on a lot of hopefulness. And then if we start breaking above that, then we're going to start needing to look at it more seriously. You know, if we start reaching 70, 80 cents or so, then we really could be heading back to $1. For now, that is still in, you know, just a hopeful state. It's going to still be very hard for this to happen, but we're seeing the first signs of what could be at least some reparations to what has happened, okay? Keep in mind that Luna Classic was a massive blockchain, right? I believe it was in the top 10 actually before it completely crashed. $40 billion market cap at its high. We're now at a tenth of that, okay? $3.7 billion. And I want us to all give some credit here of how much we've already recovered in terms of market cap. So like we saw in those news pieces, right? They were staying up about 1,200%, 1,000% since June. So we were basically at a $370 million market cap. We're now at 3.7 billion, okay? We've added $3.5 billion in market cap to Luna Classic in just a few months, right? A month or two, basically. And we've already started to see some price recovery. So by all means, this is actually a pretty good outcome considering how disastrous the whole thing was, right? I mean, this thing fell to literally basically $0. So this is already a great thing that we've made it this far. Hopefully it continues, but also please be careful, okay? These type of controversial projects can, as Stacking said, just completely blow up again, right? And just stay in the dust forevermore. So do be careful. But with that being said, it's good to see these type of even if it's a bit even if it's a bit of a price pump, it's better than just being a project that's dead in the dust, right? We know some coins like this, some coins that, you know, for the last 5 years have basically, after they pumped, just done this, okay, stayed on a flat line forevermore. That is bad, right? That is you know, the death of a project. So you can go and look at the stock of Voyager Digital to see exactly what that looks like. But and by the way, you know, the Luna thing did affect crypto as a whole, right? It affected Bitcoin, it affected the rest of the crypto market. By all means, it kind of accelerated. I think we were due for a pullback, but accelerated the price crash. It blew up Three Arrows Capital, one of the biggest VC firms in crypto, if not the biggest. And it also blew up Celsius, Voyager, and many other platforms. Okay, so the consequences of the whole Luna thing was disastrous. I think Do Kwon was a huge part of that, though, which is why, like I said, I think you know, the Terra Luna Classic coin being away from Do Kwon is really good for Luna Classic. I think that if there's any hope that we're going to see some type of recovery, it's going to be away from Do Kwon. And like I said, look at that, the market is pricing that in, with LUNC being in the top 25 and Do Kwon's Luna ranking at 116th as of this article. So you can see the difference here in how these are being priced. Money is not going into Luna, it's going into LUNC. Okay, I don't think that's ever going to be different. I think Luna is a bit of a dead coin. Luna Classic is the coin that people are going to back, if they're going to back the Luna ecosystem at all at this point. So just looking at continuation of the article, you see a lot of governance proposals, and this is, you know, the community trying to decide on how to move forward, how to burn the additional supply, how to fix all of this, right? That's really what they're trying to do here. And you know, there's so much going on. So we can see here the fee rate is expected to take effect on September 20th. Okay, that is really important. And as we're going to see here, let's see. So the fee rate that's expected to take effect on September 20th, okay, which is, according to a statement from Binance, is, you know, that's what's going to be causing the supply burn. So I have heard that there was already a supply burn that was going on. I'm not 100% sure if that's the case now or not. I haven't had the time to look into all of the details of this because, like I said, every day this is kind of you know, very fresh, right? There are some good things. The rate cannot be enforced on trading the token on centralized exchanges. So that's what our one of our viewers here was mentioning, which was that the fee, okay, is when transactions are performed. So if someone sends it to a wallet, right, that 1.2% tax rate gets burned. Okay, so if someone sends $1,000 or, for example, $100, right, $1.2 is going to be burned, and that's going to be, you know, reducing the supply by that amount. Okay, and also, and you know, that goes pretty fast. If you think about that $1.2 here and you look at the Terra price, that's actually quite a bit of Luna Classic tokens that are going to be being burned per transaction. So this could be cut down in half within literally a matter of just a month or two, in my opinion, with the current amount of transactions that have been popping back on the network. This can really be a snowball effect towards the upside as well. And also, you know, as much as there may have been some manipulation in this price pump, most of what you see here is actually just one big short squeeze. It's not even necessarily manipulation. This is a short squeeze, right? When we were right here, probably a lot of people tried shorting. Same thing over here, and look at what that caused, right? Every time it caused an even bigger price pump towards the upsides. So it's, you know, continuously short squeezing here. And we've seen how much some you know, instruments can short squeeze with GameStop, etc., right? These can be pretty crazy. And really good article here, so I'm going to continue skimming through this and covering some of these things. But like I said, right, the rate is not enforced, for example, when people are trading the token on exchanges. However, okay, some exchanges, as MEXC here, will voluntarily adopt the fee. Okay, so they will basically have a mechanism to take that or implement that from the actual trading fees that are going on. I guess Binance may have said that they were considering that. I'm not sure about that now. It seems like there's, you know, also some, oh, there it is right there. But also, Binance also announced Thursday that it will add lunacy trading against USDT. That is actually a pretty pretty bullish news. In fact, on Binance, right? I love Binance. I use Binance every day. Link to Binance in the description of this video. But right now on Binance, okay, you can only trade the Luna Classic token with BUSD, which is their own stable coin. So they are saying that they're going to add the USDT stable coin. Why is that such a good news? Is because we're going to see even more trading volume coming into play once they do that. Okay, so that's really, really good. The more exchanges that can get back trading, full-blown trading with Luna Classic, it's going to be a great thing for the ecosystem as a whole. It's going to increase that burn rate. It's going to increase the transactions because people are going to be using it more overall. Now, of course, right, we're seeing here, it still remains a tough period for crypto in general, okay? This was, I mean, I could not say it any better here, right? We have Edward Moya, senior market analyst, saying it still remains a tough period for crypto in general, and investors still have a bad taste in their mouth from the collapse earlier this year. Like I said, the Terra collapse was not only disastrous for people who were holding the Luna token, but also kind of, you know, imploded the crypto market as a whole, right? There was bigger problems at hand, there was huge leverage, etc., as we saw with Celsius, and it really created a really big ripple effect. So it's going to take time for this to really clear up, and you know, there's still reparations that need to be made. So you see here, it'll be a very volatile trade, and he's saying, you know, have a exit plan for both downside and upside. That's kind of what I talked about earlier this video, where I said, you know, you need to be very careful when there's this amount of volatility on how you're playing this out. Now, maybe you're buying this just hoping for a full recovery. That's a buy and hold strategy, right? That could work out great. That could not work out, but that is one strategy. We also saw people, you know, that could have gotten wrecked on some of these pullbacks here. You know, this pullback over here was a 50% pullback. Then we pumped, of course, much higher from that. But, you know, if someone was shorting here, they would have gotten absolutely destroyed. So very volatile trade, to say the least. I don't think the volatility is going to stop anytime soon. You know, this could remain a very volatile token unless we head over $10 million in market cap again. This is going to stay very volatile, in my opinion. But also, that volatility is what is creating the opportunity for such a big price move higher as well, right? We need the volatility to repair the ecosystem, right? If there wasn't volatility, it wouldn't be a real coin. It would obviously be very manipulated. So we also are hoping that UST, which unfortunately I don't really like the name of this, has been rebranded to USTC, right, for Terra Classic USD. So that is, you know, the old coin of UST. I believe there's actually no UST stablecoin on the new Luna blockchain. So that's something that is specific to Terra LUNA Classic. And of course, right, it isn't a stablecoin anymore. Everybody's hoping that it could potentially return to that. But what's interesting is, you know, Luna Classic has that kind of added benefit, right, of actually having that UST stablecoin, whereas the new blockchain led by Do Kwon is away. It's moved completely away from stablecoins, from what I remember. So also a big difference there between the two chains. So you know, we're seeing both those Luna tokens kind of mysteriously spike here and there. We've been seeing it even in the last month and a half, and like I said, I really don't think that this is the end whatsoever, right? I think we could continue to see that happen quite a bit here in the coming months, and I would not be surprised that that continues to happen many more times from here. So I want all of you to go ahead and follow me on Twitter, like these posts, you know, share these posts with your friend if you want them to stay updated with Luna Classic or any other cryptos. Sharing this video, trying to get us to a peak amount of viewers would be absolutely amazing. We're currently at 14 live viewers. We've had a lot of support this stream, a lot of viewership, but I want to get that even higher. I want to try and break our previous record of 50 live viewers, and the best way to do that is like this video, share it with your friends, leave a comment. You know, if you have any questions that you want me to answer about Luna Classic, UST, now is your time. And LUNC, right, LUNC, Luna Classic, has been trending for days now on Twitter, right? It's been getting huge amounts of social media attention. So that is something that should be pointed out, right? The kind of memory of Luna is going to be very hard for people to get out of their head. And the positive side of that is that it's very known still. Okay, you know, the following just on the Twitter page was well over $1 million, a million people, I believe, at the time that it blew up. And you know, like I said, right, I mean, pretty much everybody in the crypto space knows about Terra LUNA Classic. Yes, now a lot of people probably think of it as a failed project, as a bad project, but just as easily as people start to see the price pump come in again, as people start to see the exuberance, what we're seeing right now, okay, people pile on, people buy in, it keeps on short squeezing, it creates a ripple effect to the upside. And that is why I'm saying, you know, yes, we could indeed see some type of more serious recovery here, right? People are going to start to hear about this. They're going to think, oh, well, right now we're literally, you know, at sub pennies. Could this go back to $1? Could this go back to $2? That always happens in crypto. I'm sure if you've been around, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's what I'm kind of paying attention to here. We're going to see how it plays out in the coming months. And I will continuously be updating you all on this type of stuff. And also I've kind of started these live streams more as a bit of a news cast of what's going on in the crypto space, you know, updating you daily on all these many different coins, what's going on. So hopefully you do enjoy it. If you do, please show your support by leaving a like, subscribing, and considering dropping a super chat to support the channel even more. I wanted to talk about some of the comments that we have going on here, to talk about what's happening as far as your opinions, and don't hesitate to leave a comment, ask me questions on this. So Jed Barnes said, mad times, not only Luna Classic, but Ethereum merge and energy rises. Absolute madness. So that's something I said, right? Ethereum Classic is merging. Some people might say, what does this have to do whatsoever with Luna? Well, it actually has a huge amount to do with Luna. One of the reasons for that is because Ethereum is moving to proof of stake. Luna Classic was one of the biggest proof of stake coins out there at the time of its implosion, and any proof of stake coin post merge, if Ethereum starts pumping, if a lot of bullishness starts coming into Ethereum, there's going to be a lot of people that are trying to you know, get back into these proof of stake coins because they're seeing kind of some more bullishness and hopefulness in that sector of crypto, right, which is the proof of stake staking coins. And Luna is one of them, right? So after the Ethereum merge, if Ethereum starts pumping, if Ethereum starts doing well, that's going to be very, very good for Terra LUNA Classic. That could even continue this pump, okay? Similarly, though, if things go bad with the merge, it could kind of tarnish the image of proof of stake coins in the short term and cause a big pullback for Luna Classic. So I'm saying both sides here. Pay attention to what I'm saying. This could go both ways, okay? So we need to wait and see what happens. That's literally going to be in a week's time when the merge happens. With that being said, as of right now, right, the early signs are actually quite positive. In fact, Ethereum is trading at its highest point against BTC. So if you look at an ETH BTC chart, that may give you some hint of how proof of stake coins might be acting in the past. But as we see here, massive bullish momentum. I talked about this just a few days ago, but you can see right here just how much ETH is going up compared to BTC, right? We're now on a 71% bull run here on the ETH to BTC chart. So like I said, right, any other proof of stake crypto, which of course Luna Classic is going to benefit positively from anything good that happens with Ethereum. So there's no need for a competition and war here because they can actually benefit each other. Now, Robert Sunderland says, what's the point of ETH Classic? Does it have a use case? So ETH Classic, funny point, time to mention that, is a proof of work coin. I don't really want to talk too much about ETH Classic in this video, but it is a proof of work coin. So that is completely different to other coins such as what Ethereum is going to be, BNB, Solana, and what we're talking about today, Luna Classic, all proof of stake staking coins. And by the way, last I seen, the staking rewards for Luna Classic were absolutely high right now, as there is, not as many stakers. Last I checked, I think it was about 6% of the supply that was staking. It could be higher now. The staking rewards were over 35%. So that's going to start dropping as more people start staking, but it is very high right now. So, if you're buying and holding and staking, you could benefit a lot from that long term, right? I mean, there's opportunity for ridiculous gains there if more recovery starts to happen. Like I said, though, recovery is not guaranteed whatsoever, and still a lot of risk here. So none of what I'm saying is financial advice. Please be careful out there. I'm just going to take a quick water break here, and we're going to continue talking about what's going on. And also, if any of you want to go ahead and let me know in the comments down below, what do you think is probably going to happen in the next year, specifically with Luna Classic? Do you think that it's gonna the current bullish momentum is going to fade out and kind of flatten out, or do you think we could really get even more price pump towards the upside towards the end of the year? Do you think, for example, that Luna Classic could be at a $10 million plus market cap by the end of the year, or within the next year? I'd say by the end of the year, it's maybe a little bit hard. It could happen. I think within the next year, though, testing, maybe even being over $10 million in market cap is actually quite possible for Luna Classic. In fact, I would compare Luna Classic now to, in a way, still the old chain that it was, but also in a way a new chain, right? And I think people might start kind of pricing it as such. It reminds me a little bit of the hype that Phantom had back in the day. Now Phantom has not been doing good. It had a lot of issues with its blockchain, its founders, etc. And in a way, right, Luna Classic is a bit of a shining star right now. I mean, it's top 25 again. It's competing in terms of size with other big proof of stake coins such as Algorand, etc. And if we look at the competition ahead, right, we have Cosmos and Luna were always very closely related. They're also a bit interconnected, so it makes sense that they're at a similar kind of price point in terms of market cap and in terms of market cap ranking. But looking ahead, right, how many proof of stake coins do we have ahead? So we have Tron, we have Polygon. Now this is of course very closely related to Ethereum. Tron is separate, but it is similar to Ethereum. And then we have Polkadot, Solana, Cardano, and BNB Ethereum. So yes, I think this is a pretty fair spot, in fact, for Terra LUNA Classic right now. And if we're really starting to see the supply get reduced even more, what's to say that it couldn't go back more closer towards a top 15 spot? Okay. Some of these coins could start to slip out of this ranking. I'm thinking maybe, one of the two meme coins, Shiba or Doge, one of these could fall back down a bit. And, potentially even AVAX. As much as I love AVAX, AVAX hasn't been doing much. So this one could slip a little bit lower as well. Now, the thing is, AVAX could start to see a lot of bullish momentum as a bounce back play to Terra LUNA Classic. In fact, Luna, right before the implosion, was working very, very closely to Avalanche, and they were both on a massive bull pump before the implosion happened. So as Luna Classic recovers, right, that's going to be good for Avalanche, and that's actually going to be good for proof of stake coins as a whole, which is why right now we're in a make it or break it moment for the cryptocurrency market. As the Ethereum merge happens, we're going to start to see things play out more seriously in terms of seeing these coins really get a big push of bullish momentum, but also, right, seeing potentially a lot of flipping back down lower and getting a big pullback. Okay, but like I said, as long as the community keeps working on this, as long as they're trying to make a recovery, then in a way, right, they're really doing everything they can in the shorter term to try and make that recovery happen. So I do think that we should be thankful here that the community has really taken hold of Luna Classic, and that they're trying to make things, like I said, not everybody likes this type of proposal. Some people dislike it, but at least, right, it's trying to reduce the hyperinflated supply that was created during the whole meltdown. Okay, What happened with Luna Classic happened many times before with other stable coins, and it probably, based on what we've seen, will happen again with many coins, because these a lot of these stable coins are pretty much improperly created from the beginning, right? We've seen bank runs in the past happen before, and in fact what happened with Luna Classic was not that different. Okay, the supply of Luna basically got hyperinflated, and that's what caused it to go into sub pennies, which is why, you know, when it was at $5, people were thinking, oh, maybe I should buy as a bounce. When it was at $2, people thought the same thing. In fact, I remember at one point I had put in an extra $100, thinking, you know, oh, well, it's so low now. I mean, we went from $100 to $2. You know, this would maybe be a good time to go in for a bounce. That was during the meltdown. Guess what? That became cents within probably a day. Okay, and why is that? It's because the hyperinflation issue literally caused it to go to near zero. Okay, it literally caused it to go to sub pennies, not even 1 penny, not even 1.5, no, sub pennies. So that it was what happens with this type of event. Okay, and sorry, I'm just drinking water because I'm talking so much here. Hopefully you're all enjoying this video. Hopefully you're all enjoying this news coverage. I want to make sure and be here to cover all this type of stuff, because a lot of people just go hide, run away in these type of bearish markets, in these type of volatile markets. I've never been the one to do that. I've been in crypto since 2017. And like I said, I'm going to keep covering all this news in a non-biased way, right? I'm giving you the facts. I'm saying, yes, we could see a recover just as easily, right? We could see things flip back down, so that you're prepared in both cases. No matter what happens, right, you will be aware kind of and prepared, and also kind of know the most likely reason behind what's happening, right? Which is, right now, this pump is justified through various means, through the hope of the supply burn, through a massive short squeeze, etc. But like I said, right, there's always a balance that needs to be struck. That's why I wanted you all to pay attention to the purple uptrend line. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger here, because this is a really, really important trend line, okay? If we, for example, see a massive pullback, okay, which might shock a lot of people here, but it is possible, right? Not a lot of people necessarily expected such a big pump, so we could also see a massive pullback. If we see the massive pullback, that's not what's at the end of the world. Like I said, if we bounce off this uptrend line, there could still be a lot of hope left in coming months to make a price pump higher. What's dangerous is if we fall back down and then we lose the uptrend line and we start trading in this zone right here, right? This is the danger zone. This is the death zone for Luna Classic. We don't want to be here, right? We at least want to be holding somewhat of the gains that we managed to make, right? This was not easy to do. This took, you know, weeks after the crash to even have this type of recovery happen, which I long said could happen at any time. And the dust has to settle, right? As always, the dust has to settle before things can start being clear, before things can start being rebuilt. So now we're seeing the first signs of the dust has settled enough to start to see things more clearly. We can talk about this token, you know, not fearing that it's just going to disappear tomorrow, right? Because Do Kwon is away from it. The community is taking it hold, and just as much as it has that previous history, it has that previous glory, it also has a new beginning here, kind of a start from fresh, where they can rebuild this to hopefully get that supply back down and get that price back up. So please let me know. You know, I have the comments on ultra low latency. This is your time to let me know what you think about this. I want to see your comments. I want to see where you all think. We have 20 live viewers, which is almost a peak for this live stream. Let me know what you all think about Terra LUNA Classic. We're currently at 0.00054. The pump is literally continuing as we speak. We can go into the shorter time frame here. We can look at the hourly chart. We can see that we had a little bit of a pullback here earlier today, but guess what, right? We actually recovered most of that since. Okay, now we want to hopefully still see us putting in these higher highs as we're uptrending, as we're seeing this pump. Right now we haven't seen our next high yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. The absolute peak high right now on this recovery was, like I talked about, 0.000593. I should also say that, you know, a lot of proposals could come into play in the future for Terra Luna in terms of other things that they could do to the supply, right? They could do a split here to reduce the supply potentially. They can do a lot of things with you know, the blockchain and the proposals, right? This is proof of stake. Anybody who owns Luna Classic tokens can vote on these proposals, create proposals, and find methods that can improve the blockchain, right? I think doing, even if they can't reduce the supply enough, potentially exploring the option of a split, right? Which means that it would change the price and the supply would change accordingly, right? It wouldn't change the market cap, however. It would just be changing the actual ratio, basically. So that's something that's done in stocks as well. So just something that to be thought of. But I want to hear your opinions. What are maybe some of the best things to do moving forward? You know, do you think this is just going to crumble back down immediately? Let me know in the comments below. And taking this opportunity while we have our live 23 viewers now, you know, subscribe to this channel. You won't find this type of in-depth analysis anywhere else on YouTube. I'm probably going to start making these live streams every day, so I don't want you to miss out on any of them. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. That's where I post all my live insights on the cryptocurrency markets. And you know, if you're interested in technical analysis trading, I also have a technical analysis master course. So these are all things that are made to you know, be beneficial to you in some type of way, and you know, make you hopefully more knowledgeable about crypto as a whole. So really appreciate the steady amount of viewers here that we had on this live stream. We're going to continue tracking the price closely. I'd love to see some more comments on your opinions, but right now, right, we're hanging around this 0.0053, 0.00054 level, and we want to see, you know, are we starting to run out of steam? I will point out that one of the bearish signals, I'll go ahead and wipe this chart clean here because it's just getting way too messy. Probably most of you are a bit angry at how messy the chart was. Sorry about that, but I do want to mention a little bearish divergence that I have noticed here, which, like I said, right, please don't be surprised, even if you're bullish on this coin, if there is a pullback. Okay, you shouldn't be surprised or disappointed or lose all hope if we see a pullback, because after a price pump this big, there are going to be pullbacks, right? And in fact, right now, one of the kind of hints that we have at a potential pullback is one of my favorite patterns to pay attention for this type of stuff. We have a bearish divergence. The RSI is downtrending, right, showing a sign of weakness in terms of the price, whereas the actual price itself, right, in that same time period has gone up substantially, right? So if I draw this out, right, price is going basically like this, and RSI is going like this. That shouldn't be happening, right? When things are more stable, they should be 1-to-1. Okay, so as you can see here, as we had this run up, we had that same run up on the RSI. We then had a pullback. We had the same pullback on the RSI. So all of this was still very normal, okay? But you see that once we got to here, maybe the peak of the exuberance, things and weaknesses started showing on the RSI. However, we don't have a full confirmation of this, because if we look at the MACD, we did actually keep up the uptrend. We didn't keep it up as much as we had on the price in terms of those higher highs, but we did put in a higher high on the last peak here. So like I said, right, surprisingly enough, still a lot of strength in this rally. Right now, you see us, we're going back towards that 5.4 level. So this could continue, okay? I wouldn't be surprised to see this go to 60 cents, 70 cents. At some point, we're going to get a decent pullback. But right now, this momentum is keeping up, right? We're continuously pushing higher and higher and higher, as I think people are trying to short this. And some people are just getting very bullish here, are buying in, maybe for the long term, maybe for the short term. But as an effect of that, right, it's creating this massive short squeeze, and it's causing even more bullish momentum for the bulls out there. I want to thank all our live 15 viewers on the live stream for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate the support. And, you know, like I said, I'll be here to cover this in the next few days and cover many other coins. We're looking forward to the merge, even if that ends up being a bad thing or a good thing. We want freshness, we want kind of new life to come into the crypto market, and seeing those type of big events is really going to be some of our best opportunities, especially right now where the crypto market is a bit sleepy. There's not a whole lot going on, especially with most coins, right? In fact, one of the only coins that really has big things going on would be Luna Classic, I'd say, and Ethereum right now. Those are the two coins that are having some big changes going on. And you know, those things could, like I said, be very bullish for both those coins and for the cryptocurrency market as a whole. You know, I am bullish on Ethereum Classic. I like proof of work tokens, but right now Bitcoin has not been doing good. Okay, it doesn't have any type of big news piece going on. Ethereum is coming ever closer to Bitcoin's market cap. We're going to start seriously talking more about a potential flipping happening, and that is because you need those type of big events to bring back some optimism and enthusiasm back into the crypto market. Bitcoin just has none of that right now, so the price is you know, in a lot of ways just slipping lower. Okay, now we are still at some pretty sketchy price levels. Bitcoin still below that $20,000 mark. That's not something I like to see. It could pretty easily recover back above that, but right now we are below that, and that is never a good thing for Bitcoin. Ethereum is holding up much better, still up in the last 7 days. It's hanging around 1650, so much better in terms of Ethereum. And of course, we're seeing even better for coins like Luna Classic, and I shouldn't even say coins because Luna Classic is a bit of a one of one here. But hopefully enjoy this video. Hopefully you got some really good insight on what was going on. I really appreciate you all for watching this video. And you know, I will continue to give you the best news in the crypto space. You know, we talked about the supply burn that was implemented after the proposal that was approved. 1.2% of every transaction on the Luna Classic blockchain will be burned to reduce the supply, and that is going to be coming into effect here in just about a week's time. Actually, September 20th is when that's going to be expected to take effect, to gradually bring down the bloated supply of Luna Classic after the hyperinflation. We're also seeing some support from exchanges such as MEXC that are even going to be applying that voluntarily on the trading side of things, which is really good. You know, if most exchanges did that, that's going to be huge for reducing the supply of Luna Classic. And wow, we're at 18 live viewers. I just want to say a huge thank you here. I'd love to still hear your thoughts. You know, how affected did you get by Luna Classic and the whole Luna Classic Luna collapse back a few months back? You know, how did that affect you? How did that affect your Luna holdings? How did that affect your UST holdings? How did that affect even your crypto portfolio as a whole? And you know, are you bullish or bearish on crypto right now? How much recovery do you think is going to happen? I would love to hear your comments down below before I wrap up this live stream. And you know, you can always go ahead and follow me and send a reply to my tweets on my Twitter if you have any questions. Link to that in the description of this video. But wow, what a crazy time it is right now to be in this sort of bear market, but still seeing some pretty crazy stuff going on with crypto. You know, it never tends to disappoint us in that way. And in fact, if I take from our pretty much peak bottom here on Luna Classic, we are indeed up, or we tested right a full 1000% gain there, so full 10x. And right now we're still basically at that full 10x from the all-time bottom, which confirms what those news pieces were saying. So we were basically at $370 million in market cap, and we're now at $3.7 billion in market cap. And I want to celebrate that win with all of you there, because if we compare that to Luna, the fork that was created in a rush by Do Kwon himself, guess where it is, right? It's still at $300 million in market cap. So the market is supporting Luna Classic. The community is supporting Luna Classic. I myself am completely supporting Luna Classic over the new Luna token that's created by Do Kwon. You know, he made misjudgments. I think that's pretty clear. That's my own opinion, of course. But, you know, based on everything I've seen, there's definitely been misjudgments made there. Many of the crypto exchanges made misjudgments. Celsius, Voyager, you know, lending out a bunch of pretty much all their assets to Three Arrows Capital, and we're not even going to talk about what Three Arrows Capital did with the amount of margin they had and leverage. But you know, this is why you know, you need to take the precautions in crypto, the safety precautions. You know, we see these crypto exchanges blow up. I like to use the safest ones out there. I personally mostly only use Binance. Link to that in the description of the video. My favorite exchange, you know, never had a problem with Binance personally, so make sure to check them out. Link in the description of this video if you want a safe, trustworthy exchange. At least that's about as safe as I would consider. And you know, I should say that there's hacks, there's these crazy things that happens, there's these DeFi protocols that explode. You know, Anchor protocol itself blew up, actually talking about Terra LUNA Classic. You know, we're actually seeing some of those old protocols of, I should have talked about that early in this video, where we saw some of these protocols of these older protocols of Terra Luna get some recovery, right? Get some bounce price action as Luna Classic bounce. The problem is I don't know really where these stand, right? I mean, I kind of consider these very much kind of dead and exploded. And I just want to go see what's going on with Anchor Protocol. Let me know in the comments down below if you know kind of what's the update on this, if there is even any update. So it does seem like, let's see, there's still some money in here. And it looks like there's even still this 16%. Oh no, well, $2 total borrow. So basically, right, there's still some money, or I should say some UST locked up in this, but you know, no one for the most part seems to seriously be using this this coin. Maybe we'll start to see a bit of recovery down the line. I need to look more into this. I haven't been keeping up too much with what's going on with some of the projects. Unfortunately, a lot of these projects, you know, really blew up hard even before you know, Luna collapsed. Things like Mirror Protocol, which was some of the bigger projects on the platform itself, had already taken a massive hit. You know, that's a $28 million in market cap. You know, if it recovers, could see a massive price bump, but those ones are going to be even more risky, right? Already that there's uncertainty with Luna, its UST stablecoin Luna Classic. These type of side projects, right? These DeFi apps are even more risky in that sense. Definitely a good thing to, it seems like the website is not even connecting there for Mirror Finance. So, you know, there is a lot of damage that has been done, but hopefully we start to recover from the ashes. I can't wait to see what's going to happen to this in a few months, you know, whether that's it being back even lower to the downside or having made some serious gains towards a recovery. I think it's going to be amazing to watch that happen in the next few months. Now, I saw that on CoinGecko here, Terra LUNA Classic is still linking Terra.money. I believe this was the old website of Luna, so I'm not even sure if that's up to date there. Let me know in the comments below if it is the case. Let me see if CoinMarketCap, I don't even know if there's a new community website for Terra Classic though, but those would be things that would be good to start having slowly but surely. We'll see, like I said, right, a lot of things will have to be done in the coming months to reduce that supply, and those proposals are already being put into place. So now it's just a matter of time, right? Time will really tell what happens with Luna Classic. We have a comment here from Stephen Jennings that we're going to read out live. And please let me, you know, cover any of your comments here. That's what I'm here from. It seems like his comment got deleted, so I'm not sure what he was going to say there. But I would love to hear any of your parting thoughts here as we wrap up this this live stream. So please let me know down in the comment section below. You know, we're seeing a lot of geopolitical stuff affect crypto, things with inflation. So those are things that could very positively affect crypto, but also cause you know, a lot of fear at any time, right? And I mean, by all means, Bitcoin, the biggest crypto out there, is one of the coins that's been seeing the roughest in a way, part of that, because if we look in the last 7 days, a lot of altcoins are actually bouncing: Solana, Cardano, Polkadot, and of course Luna Classic, whereas Bitcoin is red, right? And that's because those geopolitical factors that are still quite bearish with inflation, etc., are causing still a lot of fears, especially for those bigger, more traditional coins, right? A lot of these altcoins hit rock bottom. I mean, we saw that with Luna Classic, right? We saw where the rock bottom was. In a way, we had almost 2 rock bottoms, right? The lowest of the low there, which was right after the big crash, and then another big rock bottom here, right? And the great thing with these moments is they're horrible when you're in them, right? I mean, this lasted basically a full 2 months, right? You know, even a full 3 months almost from the beginning, but that led the way to these price pumps, and the one we're on right now, of course, right? So these consolidations create a lot of pent-up energy to then pump higher. We have 18 live viewers here. We still have comments coming in. We have Sky High saying, I never saw you on the channel before, so welcome, and please subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to be doing a lot more live streams every day covering crypto news, these charts in the crypto markets, in a non-biased way. He's saying proof of stake is the way. So he is very bullish on proof of stake. It seems, you know, I personally like both proof of work and proof of stake, but most of my coins right now are actually proof of stake coins, right? In fact, pretty much most of my portfolio is a staking portfolio as of right now. I continue to get some passive income from that, which is nice, even in this bear market. We also have a comment from Stephen Jennings here saying, I got in at 0.00006, okay? So that is 4 zeros. We're now at 3 zeros, right? Which means basically he's pretty much at a 10x here, up 30K on 4K. So my math was right there. And LUNC is the play of the year. Hasn't even started pumping yet. Amazing comment from Stephen Jennings. Please let us know, Stephen, if you don't mind. And make sure to subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. Are you considering, you know, selling that position, or do you want to hold that more long term, right? Hoping for a more full recovery, potentially even heading back towards a $30 billion plus market cap on Luna. Let me know in the comments. I really want to hear what you're doing with that, since you were successfully able to kind of catch somewhat of the bottom there. If we look at where 0.00006 was, that was right around this area back here, right? So that was not the absolute bottom, but pretty much that main first bottom, right? If we're considering kind of this 2 separate bottoms, 1 and 2 here, he got in at this first bottom over here, and, you know, kind of held this throughout this slower recovery initially, and then this this exuberant pump here. So that's why I'm asking him if he doesn't mind telling us, you know, has he already taken profits? Is he just planning on taking the whole thing and taking that 30K? So it seems like he made a 26K profit there in just 3 months. So absolutely huge. But I want to hear, you know, is he holding in for even bigger gains? Not that I'm recommending that whatsoever. You know, I'm not recommending anything. None of this is financial advice, but I'd just be really interested to hear from him if he's thinking on, you know, holding out for an even bigger price recovery, because my feeling is that a lot of the holders of Luna Classic are really trying to diamond hands this thing to where it was before, right? Or if not fully where it was before, right? Continuing to hold this towards even more of a recovery. So of course, you know, if they're holding, that's better for the ecosystem as a whole, typically, right? If people just quickly sell, then we end up, you know, coming right back down into these periods of heavy consolidation. If people hold, though, that can really, like I said, right, going back to that daily chart, and of course I removed that uptrend line. This is the more important, serious uptrend line that we're going to be talking about, and now my charts are all messed up. Let's see here. TradingView is making this very messy for me. Give me a second while I get this cleared up. Go ahead and clean this drawing again. But we do have, like I said, this uptrend that has started to show up here. I'm on the weekly chart, and the reason why I'm mentioning this now is since this uptrend has now started to take place, okay, that is why there is some hopefulness to really hold this more long term again, for those bigger gains. So like I said, right before we end this video, let us know, Steven, if you don't mind, what are you planning to do with your holdings? If anybody else is holding Luna Classic, maybe lost money, maybe made money, let us know, right? It's super interesting to hear what happened to the community opinions on the future, what they want to see, right? And like I said, at the end of the day, okay, Luna Classic is, as of right now, a community-led token away from Do Kwon. And in fact, even more importantly than that, right, it has seen massive 1000% price pump since it strayed away from Do Kwon. Okay, so it's much better in the hands of the community than anybody else right now, in my opinion. We can also see here the community-led project has implemented several initiatives, so not just one, to boost demand, including token burning and attractive staking opportunities. And that can be seen over here, as you know, this was back just a while ago when we started to see some positive signs come back into play, some optimisms come back into the chain. And this was, I actually talked about that in an earlier video, staking and token burning combination here. So we saw, you know, the staking come back into play, about 6% of the supply, monstrous 120% increase in staking in just 3 days at the time. And that's why I'd be really interested to hear how many people are staking it right now as we speak. But previously, you know, the staking rewards, we can go and check this out, actually, we're at 37%, right? And I believe they will still stay high for a while here until we get more of the supply reduced. So let's see here on staking rewards. They're saying the ratio is 1%. So I don't know how accurate that is, right? But it seems like the total reward rate is at 37.8% here. I don't think this 1% staking ratio is actually correct, because in this article over here, they were saying, you know, basically, let's see, I want to take a look at all these interesting bits of information here. We got the Luna burner website. So it seems like we now have 0.053% of the total supply of Luna Classic that's been burned. Just today, we burned over 39 million Luna Classic tokens, and I'll be keeping an eye on this in the next few weeks to really pay attention. You know, you can see the live burns here. Pay attention to how much of the supply, you know, continues to get burned, and also, okay, also taking a look at what happens with the staking, right? Because this is very important long term for the stability of the network, for to avoid, you know, attacks on the network, and to make sure that proposals get passed through smoothly, is seeing what's going on with the amount of staked Luna Classic. Okay, it seems right now that based on this Luna Classic staking bot, we are at about an 8.85% of Luna staked. So we look back at our article here from October 30th, I believe it was, okay? And of course, we are now September 8th. So based on this article here, we were at a, let's see, we were at that 2.6% of the supply being staked, right? So at the time, we already saw, we actually peaked at 6% of the supply. So that had been up from 2.6%. And now we're even higher at 8.85. So we're almost up full 5x in terms of the staking supply from where we were before. And that's why I'm saying, yes, okay, this is a huge price pump. This is very extreme, but the price went up how much percent? Let's take a look. 500%, right? Just a little bit over 500%, 584%. Sorry, I'm 580% about, okay? And how much did the amount of Luna staked increase? 500%. So you're seeing that correlation. You're seeing that there are actually some true fundamental things that have been causing Luna Classic to recover. And with that being said, folks, we're going to be calling this the end of the video. I want to say a huge thank you to all our viewers. Amazing live stream, a bunch of viewers. Hopefully you will subscribe, like this video, and comment. Stay here in the future for more type of content like this. Make sure to follow me on my socials. Follow me on Twitter for those live cryptocurrency market insights. Check out my technical analysis master course if you haven't already. Check out my Binance referral link if you're interested in joining, in my opinion, what is the best crypto exchange out there. So all of those links can be found in the description of this video. And I'm saying one last thank you for today for the support on the live stream. If you want to donate a super chat to support the stream more, I'd be even more thankful. And with that being said, hopefully I gave you the best analysis and coverage right now for Luna Classic, and not only for Luna Classic, but for the rest of the crypto market cap as a whole. For the rest of the cryptocurrency market, I'll be continuously giving you updates, news pieces, live streams, videos, and content. So hopefully we can do this as many times as possible in the future. Hopefully getting on a really good schedule of almost every day, if not every day, and if not multiple times a day, right? I mean, the crypto market does not sleep. There are things going on 24/7. In a typical day in crypto, it's not surprising to have 2-3 big news pieces come out throughout the day. So I want to be there to cover that while all that happens, right? I don't want to just, come by once a month. Sometimes I'm traveling, but if I'm not,